Hey all, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile, and today, like I mentioned in the previous deck profile, if you watched that, I am focusing right now on my buddy's Dino True King deck. Now, him and I actually built this deck together. He asked for a lot of my input, so this may look kind of odd, kind of off, but this is what I thought might help him, and I really like how it turned out. He obviously has schooled me quite a few times with it, and this is super powerful, so I think this might be one of the more expensive decks if Konami makes the field spell and some of these True Kings expensive. Just watch, they will, sadly so. But rightfully so, because they're actually insanely powerful. So jumping into this deck profile, I just want to lead off with the Dino section. Now this follows the structure deck that just got released today, actually. Nice. Perfect timing, perfect planning. And we've run off two Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos. So this is used primarily as a huge beat stick. It's just easily special by banishing two dinosaur type monsters from your graveyard. Awesome power. And then once returned during either player's main phase, you can destroy one monster you control or in your hand. If you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. Boom. And this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. That's insane. And at the start of the damage step, when this card attacks a defensive monster, you can inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. So boom. And this is a crazy one. Send that monster to the graveyard just instantly. So, and it's got 3,500 attacks. So really, this is just explosive. You only run two because that's all you really need. But it's just, wow. They got a full field, boom, you snap your fingers, they're all face down, boom, you hit them all, boom, 5,000 damage and they're all gone. It's just crazy. He's done that to me before. Next up we got Miscellaneous is my best pronunciation of that. And to my understanding, this is just used to special summon dinosaur type monsters from your deck with the same level, and it's great, level 4, 1800 attack. And dinosaur type monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's effects. So this is just nice, good little addition. You really want just some powerful dinos in this deck to help fuel your Ultimate Tyranno and some other combo plays you got going on. And it's fire, so our True King that's a fire, this is pretty great for him. Next up we got 3 Soul Devouring Raptors. So either when this is normal summon or special summon, you can take one dino monster from your deck and either toss it into the graveyard like a foolish burial would, or you can add it to your hand. So there's some pretty awesome plays there. And then again, it also has 1800 level 4, so there's some rank 4 plays, a lot of rank 4 plays, and it's just a good little monster to keep the combos going. Another one of the new dinos, we have PT Radon. I don't know how to pronounce these. I have not heard anybody say any of these names truly to me yet, so I'm struggling here. But yeah, it's level 2 Earth. So Earth is our primary True King in our deck, so we have a lot of Earths. And this card is sent to the graveyard, destroyed by a card effect, and sent to the graveyard. So this is kind of where the combo plays start going with the True Kings. Special summon one level 4 or higher dino monster from your deck. I cannot attack this turn. But there goes some more combo plays to get some rank 4s going. Then we move on, we got 3 Babyosaurs. And this is just great because when it's destroyed by a card effect sent to the graveyard, special one level 4 lowered top monster from your deck. And this doesn't really have any hindering, because they can attack if you want, but it's just basically the same thing as this, just works really well. And also being Earth types, the True King support. And then we got one Tyranno Infinity, because you are doing a lot of banishing. This can kind of really catch your opponent off by, like, you could summon this card, maybe you have 4, 5 monsters banished that are dinos. Boom, 5,000 attack, and for level 4 you just drop it on the field and it's got that much attack. Can run over some pretty crazy stuff. And then we got just one tuner. Now he only wanted one tuner. I thought a second tuner might be a little bit helpful, especially with how easy it is to get this one out, plus a level 4. The level 5s are kind of priority in this deck. So we decided to compromise, toss one on the side deck. So that's kind of what our thoughts are on there. And that ends off our dino lineup for the deck so far. Moving on to the True Kings, we got one True King. Oh man, Angmizud, the Banisher. I butchered that name, but it's your fire one. And then we got 3 True King Lithosagium, the disaster. Oh man, these names are just beyond me. We got 3 of them because we got primarily earth types, and then we have 2 of these water ones because I like Totally Awesome. He likes Totally Awesome. We both hate Totally Awesome, as ironic that sounds. We do have that engine in the deck, so we do have some water guys here just to kind of help that out. But mostly you find yourself going into the Earth True King. So the Fathomer right here, we have 2 of them just for that Totally Awesome water support there. And then we got a Speedroid engine in here because he loves Speedroid engines. I personally like more vanilla archetypes where it basically is 1 archetype in one deck. Like this has 3, but I cannot deny the power of this deck. This is insane. So the Speedroid engine obviously is just for the rank 3 plays. Just special summon, special summon, special summon, get some level 3s out. Finally, we got 1 Maxi to end up our monsters. Like I said in the previous deck profile, and almost in every deck profile, Maxi is necessity. It is needed in every deck in today's meta, because if you can draw this early game, and your opponent just goes off the handle, first, second turn maybe, and you just drop this, you're going to start with like double the hand as they did. So it's super, super good. Definitely always run as many as you can. It's only at 1, but run as many as you can. And now moving on to the limited spell and trap cards, our spell lineup consists of 3 Fossil Digs. So this is just the Searcher. Grab any level 6 or lower Dino monster. So that's basically our 4s, our 2s, our 1, because you don't have any like level 5 or 6. But this is great to add cards to your hand, especially with those 2 level 4s. That really starts the combo plays going. Then we got our Field Spell. This is a Dragnotic Diagram. So this is for all the True Dracos and True Kings. So the True Kings is what we run, and it's just a once per turn, a True King would be destroyed by battle. It is not destroyed. And then if you want it, you can destroy one of their cards in your hand or you control, and if you do, add 1 True King from your deck to your hand. So that's also really great. Great Searcher there. We got 2 Terraforming just to search out that card, because it is really, it's a big part of the deck. You should be running all 3, and you should try to get one on the field at all times. We got Instant Fusion just for Northern access for more rank 4 plays. Obviously this deck has quite a lot of access to that, so it's great to use. And then the 1 Upstart Goblin that I told him to run, he wasn't going to run it, and I said, hey, 39 card deck, and he goes, you're right. So we have 1 Upstart Goblin in here. Soul Charge was something else that I said, hey, maybe you should think about putting that in there with how much powerful monsters you have that can be special summoned after first being brought out in their required conditions. They can be brought out again just using Soul Charge. So I definitely think Soul Charge, another great card to add for this deck. And then he's a big fan of just the 3-dimensional barriers, so just stop down whatever plays are trying to happen if you know what your opponent's about to do. Obviously if Zoodax are coming out, dimensional barrier. Frightfurs, I've seen him struggle a lot with Frightfurs, so dimensional barrier also really great for that matchup. And then leaving the main deck, moving on to our extra deck, we have our True King VFD the Beast. Now this is 2 or more level 9 monsters, so this is using your True Kings to bring them out. Just a huge boss monster, and he just runs 2 of them, so I don't know if I would run more than 2. I don't think you should run less than 2, but I think you should run another level 9 just in case you want to go into that. So I recommend it because I watched somebody's video who had a similar style who had a lot of level 9s, and he actually was running a Phantom Fortress, this one right here, and it's just nice to, it really gives you the versatility of it, and it only takes 2, and it has 2900 attack, so that's pretty great. And he also runs some Dino Z's, they're dragon types, but they use Dino monsters because it's like evolution stuff. But it's just really great to destroy a card by detaching. It's got some decent attack. You do constantly have the level 4s out at more than 1 at a time, so this is good. And just another one like that, and then you can negate a special summon by detaching both Xyz materials on this one, so that's pretty great. Castel, I recommend in a lot of decks, putting a monster face down. That's pretty great. He runs 1 Totem Bird. He likes Totem Bird. I don't really see too much the purpose of Totem Bird, unless you run the Speedroid engine, which he does. So this is pretty great to stop some spell and trap cards. Leviathan, another great one, just to grab some of your banished stuff back, you can special summon, and then you can maybe go into some more rank 4 plays. And then we got this Bahama Shark, and that's just to get out our good pal, Totally Awesome. Next up, the Synchro lineup, the second other main part of this deck. We got Rissalah, awesome card, really great, works really well with this deck, 1 and 2 4s, how you probably bring it out. Ventura Beast, another one that I think I would run a 2, but that's just me. But this can stop spell cards, which is a fairly big part of the game, by just sending 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard, so that's awesome. And it's really easy to bring out, just, but it takes 1 level Earth Tuner, so you gotta make that work. And then, we got the first of the Yangsings. This card, another level 5 monster you can pretty easily bring out, and it just helps with the whole worm archetype. And then we got these high-speed Roid Chanbara. I hope I pronounced that one right, and it's just a speed Roid card, but mostly it's just made to do some extra damage, attack some more, and it's just level 5, so it's a good combo piece there. And then that one Elder Norden to help with the rank 4 plays, obviously, once again, pretty good. Last but not least, we got our side deck, so we got another tuner, some Ghost and Ogre Snow Rabbits. Awesome. Some Paw Desires. He likes Paw Desires, but he only runs them if he feels like he's losing speed in the match, so he runs them in the side deck. There's that Soul Charge we talked about. 3 Twin Twisters, because him and I both know that the back row is being neglected right now for a lot of back row removal, being neglected from a lot of the decks right now, so you want to have 3 to stop some of those back row heavy decks. Torrential Tribute, just blow up the field, pretty self-explanatory. And then also I tell him, hey, the Solemns, you should run them in your side deck just in case. Hey, he doesn't usually use them as often because of the dimensional barriers, but he's got all 4 in here. So I want to say thanks for working with me on this deck profile, my good friend. He doesn't want his name on YouTube, but we made a fairly decent deck, I think. I gotta ask him how he brings out Ventura Bees, because I do notice that there's like no Earth tuners and it requires an Earth, but I'm not sure. I thought we had an Earth tuner in here. I guess not, but that'd be the one thing that you might want to sub in and out, maybe an Earth tuner, or take the card out completely. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this deck profile. I hope it's helpful. I can see this deck becoming pretty strong meta. I see a lot of people are wanting to make this deck. And especially with the structure deck coming out, you do find a lot of the cards in there that you need to make a version of this deck, but the True Kings are really expensive. At least that's what's being theorized. So I wish the best of luck if you're trying to build this deck. I do hope you enjoyed. Hope to catch you in the next one. And as always, peace.